All right, good morning. Got a lot of stocks moving today. I'm going pretty simple on my setup. Got a little flag there on CHS. That could be a possible play. A lot of sellers at 275 area. Good morning. Good morning, Doc. Good morning, One Life. Not really interested in PEI. I'm just got a pretty big watch list. So I'm trying to get it all straightened out here. MTX. Could possibly be a play as well. SON, let's see. Successfully completed. So that's a pretty good press release. A lot of resistance at this 310 area. Let's see if they're sitting right there on the level 2. No, I'm not seeing many sitting there on the level 2. Yeah, I got some of those you got on your list there on my list as well. CHS starting to pop. Oh, this flag. I'm going to go a couple shares here, 50 shares. It's got to break over at 275 out of that flag, but let's see what's the float on. It's a pretty big float, but let's see what happens at 275. At 268, 263. This is a little bit higher float, so this may be a bit of a slow mover. I'm still kind of in this little flag and this little triangle. Thought it had broke out, but it hadn't broke yet, so that still could drop to the downside. I'm gonna let that sit there for a second. If it can break over 275, it can get going though. We'll see what happens with that. Moving a little slow because it's a higher float play, but I do like the pattern. See, what is that I'm in? CHS, right? Yeah, CHS. Yeah, GameStop proved me wrong. I thought I had them on my watch list. Let's see, what else are you talking about? GameStop, AMC, BB. GameStop proved me wrong. I never imagined it would have went to to $100. Like it to me, it's way overvalued at $50. But you know that just goes to show you the stock market. You never really know. And I just don't think there's any reason for GameStop to be that expensive right now. But people are pushing it up. You know, it's like you see a lot of hype push this up, and it could keep running if it breaks back over 100. You know, a bit of a possible U shape on it, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so CHS is starting to break up out of this a little bit. Let's see. We actually don't have any sellers sitting on, or too many sellers sitting until 279. So there's going to be some resistance there. If it can break over that 275 and push for a new high a day, and we'll see. Alright, I'm going to try to shrink this watch list. Archon looks like trash. SONN still just kind of going sideways. MDGS, a little possible U-shaped breakout right there at 354. That thing looks ugly. I'm going to take that off. GRTS getting 8 up. Express, there's still a possible play. ATOS slowly climbing. Right, CHS at this 275 area. Okay, we do have a bunch of sellers right there on the ask at 275. Is getting held up a little bit, and I'm going to actually move my stop loss up some. See, we need to see some volume come in here at the break of this 275. Volume's a little light at the second. Okay, there are some buyers starting to come in and take out 275 slowly. There we go. There we go. Pushing for a new high here. See a lot of selling in this area still, all the way up to 280. Let's see 275, start holding a support on that. AUPH. UPH with an interesting pattern going on there. ATOS still pushing up. AMTX looking ugly. Take it off for now. MGGS still nothing yet. Nothing yet there, so. Alright, let's see. See how much more CHS has got in it. After this 275 though, it's got room all the way up to 350. May take a little while, but that'd be a pretty decent rip if it could keep that going. Go ahead and take this triangle out of here. It's got some sellers sitting at 283. Let's see, we're starting to push up a little bit. Another new high here. 279. And pretty much, if you look at this level 2, a lot of this selling's in through there. Big sell at 283. That's where we're going to run into some problems at. Not a lot on 3 yet, but we'll see. A little trend line here. Needs to hold up above 272. I should go move my stop loss up to my entry. So that way I at least break even at this point since I have been up on it, but I do want to try to give it a chance to go a little further. So like I said, if it doesn't really have resistance until that 350 area, besides the resistance it's testing now. GameStop, GameStop, GameStop. GameStop's not doing anything yet. If it starts to curl up, towards this $100 mark, then there's a possibility there. But nothing yet on it. I mean, if you bought right now, you don't know which way this is gonna go. So no point to hop in there. See BlackBerry. Keep an eye on AUPH here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, AUH here may be a possible play. Could break that $20 mark. Nah, it's got to break that 2050 mark. Keep a close eye on that guy. See how CHS is doing. CHS, okay, did crack the trend line a little bit, but still slowly climbing. Okay, SON is trash canned. That one is garbage. My MDGS just broke up out of that little move there. I'll keep an eye on that one. Come back to it. That could be some possible more plays on it, but nice little break there so far. AMC possibly could get a breakout as well. CHS starting to break up over that 280 area. Let's see. Okay, so we do have seller still he's moved up to 289 now. But it is getting held up in that 280 area. Give it a little time, see if it can start to break. TOS slowly climbing. Okay, now it is possible that we could see a move on GameStop, and I'm actually gonna go one share. Well, maybe I'm not. Okay, so I have enough funds, but I would have liked to have gone right here with this one share and see if it continues to make this U shape. And of course, there's going to be resistance at 100, but it is making this nice curl. So to get in there, you possibly get $5 up to that $100 resistance, and then if it breaks 100, it could keep going. So let's see, CSS pushing for another new high a day. And let's see, it's gonna get through 285 here. Guy's still sitting at 289. Now see, right where I was saying that, right there where I tried to get in, I'd be up already $3 $3 a share. But you can see it did hit 100. So that could have been a possible $5 move right there that you could have got. Now you can give it a chance to try to break 100. If it breaks 100, it's probably going to start moving pretty good. Fortunately, I just didn't have enough funds. But it may not break 100 also, so that's why I was trying to get in right here on this U shape. So that way I had plenty of padding up to that $100 resistance, and I could have made some profit. Oh, here you go, starting to break out of this U shape. Here you go. I hope you guys got in on this. Oh boy. Oh wee, look at here. What happened to my watch list? I was just watching GameStop. All of a sudden, my watch list disappeared. The hell is that about? Oh, CHS up to $3 here. CHS. Let's see if this can break $3. We got GameStop and CHS both running right now. Let's see if it can break through $3 here. See if we get a little bit more buying volume. We may possibly break here. I don't think 3 should be that much resistance, but I could be wrong. I said it should be able to get up to 350, but you never really know. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and move my stop loss up below 280. So that way, I at least win no matter what happens now at this point. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this break on GameStop. This is a perfect U-shape pattern. Perfect, beautiful U-shape pattern. I'm sad I'm missing it, but it's okay. Cause I'm still gonna have a green day on a Monday. It's a good day. It's a good day so far. Plenty of money to go around everywhere. But we'll see. If CHS can break $3, I might be able to make a little bit more. Well, let's see. We might start to get a $3 break here. I do have a little flag forming at this $3 area. $3 is holding up a lot stronger than I thought it was going to. Yeah, that seller's sitting at 304. Well, that was unfortunate. I didn't have any fun. I didn't have enough funds to get that one share. That with one share, if I could have got it 95, I'd be up $20 so far on GameStop with one share. Oh goodness! Look at this. Look at it still running. I hope some of you guys got this U-shaped breakout. I mean, that's just perfect, beautiful U-shaped breakout there. Mm. See, 290's trying to hold up. See, where do we got support sitting at? We got support sitting at 284, 285 area. Whoops, get out of here, get out of here. Get out of here. So let's make curl around. It needs to hold up 290. You just see a little, this needs to be, if this turns into a U shape, if it starts to curl back up to 3, I think it'll get that $3 break. It really needs to hold that 290 at the moment. Maybe come back down here. So, very nice so far. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what's going on with my screen, it's a little different again. The Darvas box isn't on there, and I've only got one window. Well, I was thinking about it quite a bit over the weekend, thinking about, hey, I'm up a little bit on my VXX swing. Just wait for that market crash. But yeah, I thought about all my trading and stuff I've been doing over the past year. Did a little reflecting over the weekend. And while the Darvas box is interesting, it's definitely something I think you could build a strategy around, and I'll probably go back to it again in the future just to try it out. But for now, for a little while, I want to get back to the basics of my simple trading strategy. My original trading strategy of looking for just these little patterns on the charts, these little triangles or U shapes. Like CHS was just a perfect little flag. It's a nice easy play to get in and out of. Not out of it yet, but be out of it here in a little bit. But no indicators. The only indicators I got are for support and resistance up here on the chart. And there's no indicators. I'm just trading naked. I'm just going to trade straight patterns. And I'm only going to trade the two patterns. I'm going to trade these nice U shapes like this. You got this resistance up here. Resistance, you see, is there. You get a nice curl. Break out of resistance. Nice move up. And then, that little flag, that little triangle that I played on this. It's just a simple little triangle. I broke the triangle and moved right up. So possibly could still make another U shape and break $3 on this as well. So you can see this is already starting to form a U shape. If it can continue to climb back up to 3, then we'll have a U shape and a possible another U shape breakout on it. But yeah, no VWAPs, nothing fancy. Just going back to my roots of how I first learned to trade, and I'm just gonna just work on that for a little bit. Because I know it works. I know it works. I'd be 2 for 2 today if I had enough funds to grab that GameStop share like I wanted, but it's all right. I'm guaranteed to win right now. I'm already up in this one. You know, if it starts to sell off, it's my stop loss. Doesn't matter. I'm still in the green. If it finishes this U shape and breaks over 3, then I'm in the green. So either way, the simple strategy works. Just keeping things simple. I'm going to probably run with this strategy for a little while, especially since we are getting these nice big type of U-shaped breakouts like this right here. I mean, that's just beautiful. Just pure beautiful breakout U-shape. Now, I don't think I'm completely out of funds. I could possibly make another trade. I just don't have enough. Apparently, I don't have enough for $100, but let me see. Oh, you hoodooed me. You hoodooed me, Thinkorswim. You dirty, dirty girl, you. I did have enough to buy that damn share of GameStop. Oh. Oh, Thinkorswim. Why did you reject me? I don't understand what happened there, because I actually do have enough. I think I said, well, I got like 140 left in funds. Yeah, I got 144 left in funds, and I tried to buy GameStop at 95, and it didn't fill me. It said I got rejected, but I don't know what that was about, but let's see. Now this U-shape starting to crack down a little bit. This candle here needed to push up to that 295 area to keep this little U-shape going, so that's going to need to push up and touch 295 before it closes, or 294, somewhere in that area, because you want to keep the curl. You want to keep that curl up going. GameStop up to 117. Very, very nice. So yeah, I got 140. I got enough for another play. Let's see, where's the trend line at on this? Trend line's right there. So it's actually just kind of climbing this trend line at the moment. I'm actually going to move my stop loss up a little higher, since we do kind of have a trend line there, a little uptrend. Oh, look at you, GameStop! Look at you go, you piece of trash, you trash can of a stock! How dare you go this high? There's no reason you should be this high. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think about it, because, you know, it's getting a rip. Other people, this is a great lesson that it's not about what you think, it's about what other people think when it comes to, you know, day trading. You gotta play the people, because buying and selling, this level 2, these candles, this time and sells, these charts, it's all just people. It's just buyers and sellers, and that's all this stuff is just showing you. It's just showing you inside look at buyers and sellers, and if a bunch of people want to buy GameStop up here at $100, then you're gonna get this nice rip, all up to 125 so far. I'm a little butthurt that Thinkorswim didn't fill me on that, but that's okay. All right, let's see here. We're starting to get this little U shape. that candle kind of closed ugly, but this one's pushing up that 295. But we do have a nice little U shape. If I was going to get in, if I wasn't already in, I was going to get on this little U shape. Probably get in right in this area. But if you did, yeah, you know, you got to watch out because $3 could be resistance still. Well, I mean, it is still resistance, but so even though the U shape is forming, it may not break $3. That's why you want to get in just a little bit earlier than the resistance area. You don't want to get in right at resistance, really. Get in a little bit below it. This is a nice looking U shape. If more buying volume comes in, pushes it through 3, it could make a move. But so far 3 is held up. Got some time to shake around. I'm gonna, well, let's see, hold on, let me look at this for a second, because there is some buying still coming through pretty decently. See, the time and sales is all green at the moment. See if that continues to happen here. We might get this volume push. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna let it flail around a little bit longer. See if we can't find another trade. TMBR with a little flag, and it just started popping out of this flag here. Let's see, where's the bottom of this flag? I don't want to get. You can see that nice little flag. I kind of missed it. I'm gonna put it on the watch list, but I kind of missed it there. That triangle happened pretty quick. Well, pretty quick compared to when I looked at it. I mean, that triangle's been building for a minute. I just now saw it. No, the reason it popped is because people way more bought. Oh, look at that! Look at this pop. Here we go. Let's go, CHS. There we go. Look at that. Perfect U-shaped break right there. Oh, look at this. We're getting frisky in here. We are getting frisky. I'm gonna go ahead and take my stop loss off. Let's see at 325. $325 held up by some pretty strong resistance. But no, the reason any stock moves, and the reason any stock moves up or down is because of people. That's your reasons. That's all you got to know. The reason it popped is because more buyers bought it than sellers. A lot more people wanted to buy it. They thought it was a good price where they bought it at. And there wasn't enough sellers to say otherwise. Buyers and sellers agreed on that price. A little bit of upper shadow, but man, that was a big volume bar that came in right there. That was nice. It was a nice push there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my stop loss back in just because it didn't keep running. I thought maybe it was going to keep running up to that 350, so I was getting ready to sell it. But I'm going to put my stop loss back in right under 3. Let's go. Actually, there's some, let's see, where's support at? Yeah, right under 3. There's a big buyer sitting there under 3. He may get taken out though. Yeah, that's fine. I'm putting my stop loss there at 294 area. Yeah, shorts are getting ate up. They're definitely getting ate up. Like I said, I was surprised that it ran this much, so I'm sure these shorters who thought the same thing are really surprised right now. They're like, oh boy, I screwed the pooch. I gotta, I gotta cover. And this is pushing GameStop up. So that little pop, that was a quick little pop out of that triangle, and then it came back down there on timber. But that's why I was saying I didn't want to buy it way up here after it already popped out of the triangle. Lord have mercy, GameStop. What a run. This was what? This, from where I was trying to get in at, this would have been a $32 move so far per share. That's why I only was going to go one share, because I couldn't afford that many. But that one share still, you know, you're looking at $30-something so far on that movement. But that's just a U-shaped breakout. And guess what? Guess what? I didn't need to know. I didn't need to know anything about the stock. All I needed to know was $100 was resistance. And if this U-shape right there broke $100, it was going to get a nice move. I didn't need to know about the short float or the shorters or anything. All I needed to know is this thing's got people buying it. And that's all you need. So I may get stopped out here if this doesn't hold above 3 on CHS, but that'll be alright. I'll take the small win. There's some support right there. Trying to hold up is 298, so if buyers can hold up 3, this will still have a chance to keep running. See, they ought to get hung up at 325. And a little resistance at 325, but not that much. There's more resistance at 350. Alright, well, I'm going to start looking for another trade while that's doing its thing, because it's either going to keep moving or I'm going to get stopped out and it's going to be a win, so I'm just going to let it do its thing. Let's see, timber. So we know we got resistance right here at the high of day at 138. So now if we start to see, oops, come on. If we start to see this curling back up, there's a possible U-shaped play there. What else we got? TANH. Launches innovative new activated carbon product. I just don't get it. One day I may get into options, but not right now. Got too much going on. I'm trading cryptos and doing other stuff. You don't want to fill your plate too much. I already got a lot, so this could crack here. It is cracking the trend line a little bit. 298 still trying to hold a support. So yeah, let's just look for another little something with a pattern on it. $775 there on KMPH. Be a possible breakout area. Oh, And just got stopped out there on CHS, but that's fine. It's that trend line cracked, but a little small win. $12 on what? Let's see. I got 50 shares, 286. So about 130 invested and $12 win. So about 10% gain. That's not too bad. That's a nice, easy 10% gain. I didn't work that hard for that one. Hey, well, good job, Cream Cake. You know, if options work for you, do your thing. It's your world. Just do what you want to do. Well, let's see here what we got with Express. Express possible another big U shape here on Express. It's kind of an ugly U shape, more of like a cup and handle, but still, regardless, it's a U shape. If it breaks 4, right now would be the entry to get in. If it starts to break 4, it could move. I don't know if I want to trade Express though, because I'm looking at this chart. It's way up here on this chart. $4 is going to be real tough resistance, so I mean, and you might be able to try to scalp it from there, but there's a lot of resistance ahead of it. Well, if you wanna help people, then you know there's plenty of ways to do it. But I'm not gonna trade options right now. Like I said, look at this nasty move. Oh, that is all. Look at that. Lord have mercy. That is almost $50 a share from the entry I was talking about. Look at there, look at this little volatility coming into the market. This little inverse ETF. Let's see, KMPH cracked down, so nothing there. Let's see, Timber, nothing there yet. Let's see, OPTT, nothing. Ooh, I missed that little U shape. That was a beautiful U shape on AMTX right there. Thinkorswim wouldn't have finagled my watch list away. Come on, move up there. Get up there. Get on the watch list. There you go. See what else we got. What else do we got? Oh, let's see. Interesting. Very interesting. Keep my eye on NDRA. Ooh, on the move on that one. 100 to 150. We got a hot market, and this may try to break out again. Possible another U shape. If we can break that 150 area. Nice, Greg. Nice win on the paper trading with GameStop. Look at here. This is possible another U-shaped breakout here. Let's see if his volume comes in and pushes us over. Yeah. I call it the butthole pucker effect. So this may or may not break out. It is flailing around there a little bit at that resistance. Let's see, CHS back above 3, so it still may get that move, but man, GameStop still running. Beautiful. Yeah, I would assume he knows that paper trading is fake. I mean, hence the name paper trading. Just saying. But for people new to trading, if they don't want to risk their money, paper trading is a good way to test stuff out. Why risk money if you're new to trading? Learn all the nuances and stuff, the ins and out with paper trading, and switch to a little bit of real money, and then keep consistently scaling up. How's the SPY doing today? SPY having a little bit of a drop. So SPY's dropping, and guess what? VXX is going up. Yeah, remember I bought those 6 shares Friday of this inverse ETF? Because I don't have a lot of confidence in the stock market right now. I personally think we're going to see a big crash here soon. Cream Cake, are you out of your mind? Why the hell would you tell somebody new to trade on margin instead of paper trading? You've been hanging with those cocaine hippos down in Colombia and been snorting some of their stash. That's the worst advice I've ever seen anybody give. You absolutely should not be trading on margin if you're new to trading. Possible breakout on CETX here. Possible U shape. Put CETX up here. There's no press release though, so I like trading them more with PR. Let's see, what does this guy got going on here? No PR on this one either. It's just kind of going sideways. NDRA is slowly creeping still. Slowly creeping. Just a creepy little one. Look right there. What's that look like? Looks like a perfect U shape right there if you ask me. Boom. Break out of that U shape. Very nice. See, I'm trying to get back to my simple trading. All I'm doing is just looking for these stupid little U patterns. Right there's one right there at 205. See that? Down, up, broke 205, 220. 15-cent win you could have had there. Ox bar possibly with a big U shape. There's hardly any volume on this, but does Jeff Bezos know when Amazon goes up? or will go up? I mean, that seems like a... Is that a trick question? Okay, nothing there. See, ACER, this got some PR. What are we looking at here? Agreement for exclusivity. Exclusive. How do you ever say that word? Whatever that word is. Care about that word? The word doesn't know me. So that actually has pretty good PR. Nobody's really paying attention to it. So when that PR come out. This morning, and when that PR came out, it did get a nice rip to $6, but just kind of maneuvering around. If it start making its way back up towards 5, that could have a possible breakout. I'm gonna put that on the watch list. That's not too bad. Could be a possible play there. Timber sold off. I'm gonna take timber off. That's not gonna do a thing. Oh, look at that. VXX up to $17 so far. Very nice. Very nice. Now this VXX I'm holding for a while. I'm waiting for that big market pullback that we're gonna probably see here soon. Let's see what GameStop's doing. GameStop sold off, halted on the way down. Could be a possible play on there later. No, GameStop did not rip because of a PS5 restock. If you think that made GameStop rip, then you're severely mistaken. GameStop ripped because more people bought it than people who sold it. It's as simple as that. That PlayStation 5 has no value. If you take a PlayStation 5 and you throw it out in the woods and nobody's around it, there's no people, that PlayStation ain't worth a damn. It has no value whatsoever. Until the person buys or sells the stock, that's when the value is created. That is true in every aspect of life. Nothing has any value until a buyer and a seller agree on it. So, a PlayStation 5 did not cause GameStop to rip. GameStop ripped because there was a whole lot of buyers who outweighed the sellers. Simple as that. It's that simple. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. But items do not make stocks rip. Great PR doesn't make stocks rip. Agreements and all that stuff do not make stocks rip. The only thing that makes stocks rip is more buyers than sellers. That is it. Value is only created when a buyer and a seller negotiate on a price. This is your level 2. That is your price negotiation tool that you're watching. These stocks, if there's no human beings right now, there's no stock market. The stocks don't exist. These stocks are all $0 if there's no humans. So it's not as difficult as thinking about, oh, did they got the new PlayStation? But no, it's simple as that. Buyers and sellers making transactions. That's the reason GameStop ripped. That is the only reason and the only reason possible. Because right here, what do we got? And yeah, I can back up exactly what I'm saying. Right here. Bunch of buying volume. Green buyers. A lot more people bought this right here than people selling. And then people continued to buy it, and it was more people buying it than people selling. And that's your rip. Vice versa if it's going down right here. People started selling. The price did not go from 100 to 150 because of a PlayStation 5. The price went from 100 to 150 or 160 because buyers outweighed the sellers. But there is no such thing as value. Value is what we perceive it to be. There's no real value to anything. With that, if you took human beings off the earth, then nothing has value whatsoever. Value is a man-made thing that's created in your brain that only happens between a buyer and a seller when they agree on a price. That is value. So now that I got that out of the way, AMTX possibly, look at this. Look at this. VXX is getting a nice little push. How bad is the SPY dropping right now? Oh, SPY, yeah, look at that. Look at this nasty sell-off so far. I mean, it's not that big of a sell-off, but it's a nice little sell-off on the SPY. Futures down, yeah. So that's the thing with these inverse ETFs. When the market starts turning around and going down, inverse ETFs start going up. Looks like CHS never broke out. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. And I will be right back, and I'll look and see if we can't find another possible play. I do think ACER could be a possible play here soon. But not yet. There's nothing quite there yet. But yeah, give me just a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, so you can see Acer selling off there. So Acer, no play yet. Because the U-shape's got to continue. If the U-shape starts to break down like that, it's no bueno. And look at this. This is what I was saying on CHS. Kept moving my stop loss up. There was possibility it could have kept running. I was expecting that 350, but I moved my stop loss up to make sure that I locked in some type of profit. Because once you're up in profit, there's no reason you should take a loss. I've done that so many times, and I'm not going to do it anymore if I can help it. Oh, look at there. AMTX. That was another little U-shaped breakout there. So let's see. PSTV, nothing there. I'm going to try to find another trade. Let's see, let's look at GameStop. Oof, boy, GameStop's getting destroyed. Did I get halted on the way down or the way up? That's got to be... No, I got halted on the way down. And it's still selling off. So that boy's done for now. Express, there's a possible play. Could be Foreman if this comes back up to that 375. But like I said, this one's got a lot of resistance at 4. So that one is a possible play. I'll put Express on, back on the watch list. CHS is looking pretty done. I'm going to take it off. No need for it to be on there anymore. Let's see. NDRA. See, that didn't break out, so that one's off the watch list. MTX could still possibly get a move. CTX cracked out. I don't think we're going to have anything on Acer, but I'm going to keep it on the watch list just because it does have good PR. SNMP getting some random popping action going on. There's no PR on it. I'm going to put it on the watch list though, because it does have volume for now. It could have a pullback and make another U shape, but we'll wait and see. But we will put it on the watch list. Oh, see, that one couldn't break. It did get a little quick pop. That's what I was saying. When you do get a U shape, you want to get in like right there before that resistance, so that way if it doesn't break the U shape, you know, you still can lock in some profit. ULS, nothing really there. Nothing there on BUN, but look at this on BWEN. Look at that. Perfect U shape. Perfect, beautiful U shape. Let's see, AMC. GameStop all the way back down to 100. Now there's 3 halts in a row on GameStop. See, SPY's still dumping a little bit there. Sell everything. Yeah, SPY's dumping. It's not that big of a dump yet. It's a little pullback. I mean, there's been bigger pullbacks, in the past couple of months than this one is so far. But this is a nice drop, and if it continues to drop, uh, could get pretty ugly. Like I was saying, I think I was saying that last week. It's way off of this 50-day moving average, and if you look back, the market stays pretty close to that 50-day moving average. So, if the market does start cracking, I could see it come all the way back down to this 50-day moving average, that 338 area there. And look at that, as the market crashes, the inverse ETF still climbing, baby. Look at that. Yes, sir. Let the market crash. I'm ready for it. I don't think it's going to crash that big right now. I think we're just getting a little pullback. But if we continue to sell off today and tomorrow, then it is possible we could see this big pullback on the market. Nice one, Life. Nice. See, the market changed and everything. Look at that express selling off. So a lot of that good momentum that we had is being killed off. Well, that buying momentum, people are jumping out of everything right now because the market's getting so sketchy. And look at VXX go, guys. You can make money even when the market is going down. One Life just shorted, made 600 on SPWR. I'm up a little over $1 a share on this inverse ETF betting against the market. Like there, you can make money in a down market. There's always money to be made. I say I'm interested to see if GameStop holds up $100 support. Could be a possible bounce play, but I don't know if the market keeps dropping, people are going to get real sketched out, and they're probably not going to trade too much with the market getting sketched out. Ooh, GameStop. Boy, GameStop is really eating it. It's about time, too. This thing's so overvalued. So yeah, it couldn't get that bounce there off 100. Yeah, so at this point, I'm not seeing too much of a trade. On really anything else at the moment. TSIA, I had a big gap up, and this thing's selling off pretty hard. Yeah, all the previous runners got hit pretty hard on that market sell-off there. Let's take a peek at the market watch and see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's an ugly market right there. There's a little bit of green throughout, but that's majority big red there. A lot of selling. Well, X. See, where's that 200-day moving at? Moving average at 817, 815 area. LX could be a possible play. Put LX on the watch list there. CCIV, let's take a look at it. See what's going on with CCIV. What about it? It's getting destroyed right now. I'm not sure what you're wanting to know about it. It doesn't look very good to me. I mean, this is a big sell-off and it's halted on the way down. There is some support right where it got halted at, but I don't know. I mean, as possible it could bounce up out of that halt, but pretty sketchy. Nice one, Life. Possible U shape could be forming on that. See everything getting a little bounce now that the SPY's starting to come back up a little bit. Don't know. It may be about time to call it a day. Almost time to, yeah. That's what I'm saying. The market's gonna get real volatile right now. We're gonna get a lot of volatility. Probably a lot more selling than buying at the moment. I mean, this did get a little bounce, but bouncing off the 9 EMA on the daily chart. But right now, you just don't know if this is gonna come back up or if that was just a little bounce and the market's going to keep dropping. But you can see as the oops, wrong stock. Get back. Whoa, Thinkorswim. As you can see, the SPY started having that little bounce and VXX started having a sell-off. So it correlates directly with the SPY. It's just the opposite of the SPY. But last time in March when the market had a big drop, this ran from, this 15, 16 area all the way up to $80. So if we do get another big market crash, you could see it. See some inverse ETFs make some nice moves. LX may not get it. Looks like LX is going to start selling off. Could be a possible play on Express still. If it can continue to curl back up. Let's move that there. S&P looks like a trash can now. Let's see, what is this trading higher cause of? Oh, no news, so yeah, I'm going to take that off. I don't care about it. Acer had that pretty good news. Get a little bounce off of 4. Whoops. So if it can start to curl back up, could be a possibility as well. There's a couple possible plays left. Oh, look at that GameStop bounced off $85. And now's that bottom support right there, intraday. So just bounced right off of that. Pretty decent bounce there. See, Express slowly climbing back up. I don't like the way AMTX looks now. Market glitch. What do you mean market glitch? You talking about the SPY dropping? So you can see I'm not rushing anything. I'm just waiting for one of those two patterns, either the U shape or the triangle. That's all I'm doing. I'm just looking around, waiting to see one on one of these plays. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this trend line off of CHS. It's getting a little possible climb back up there. So 200 day is where major resistance is at on this. I don't know if I like the LX. That's going to be some strong resistance for it to break. Right now, I kind of leaning towards Express if it can keep doing this little slow climb up. Well, let's see here. AMTX. Possible little U shape here. No news on that though. The AMT back on the watch list for now. Let's take a peeky at the SPY and see. The SPY is still slowly climbing back up. AMTX may possibly go on another rip though. It is coming up to that $8 area. Why did BGS run? Same thing I was saying earlier. Because there was more buyers than sellers. Let's take a look at BGS. Yeah. I mean, look at all this buying back here. And that's why it ran. A lot more people were buying back through here than they were selling. Simple as that. Ran because more people wanted to buy it. I don't like LX. Looks like I could get a possible play. MTX as well could get a possible play, but Express has the best looking pattern right now. Doesn't matter. The news did not cause BGS to run. If it did have news, that could have been a reason why people bought it. No, there's no news. I don't see any news. The reason, I mean, it's as simple as that, though. The reason that it ran is because more people bought it than was selling it. News or no news, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Now, if you want to know why people bought it, more people bought it than sold it, I mean, I don't know. As you can see, there's a little U-shape at that $33 area. But for whatever reason they bought it, that's why it ran. Let's see, Express is kind of cracking down a little bit, so it may not get that move. AMTX still creeping up to this $8 area. That's going to break $8 here. Look at that. So little U shape there. Break $8 up to 8.20 so far on it. Kind of missed that one, but that's a good move so far. Look at there. Look at there. Look at it. Look at her go. A little bit of selling at 845. That could hold up as some resistance, but if you bought down there, you know, right in this little area before the resistance line, that'd have been about a 60-70 cent move you could have got there so far off of that little U-shaped break. So AMTX. Yeah, see now it came back down because that next resistance is right there at 850. Strong resistance at 850. Tops of these candles high here. A lot of resistance there, but it was a nice little quick move on it. Nice little dollar bounce there off of around S&P there. Had that little sell off from the market dipping, and buyers decided, nope, we don't want this below $1, and it pushed right back up. $1.30 is a nice little move, and this is a possible big U shape, but still got a ways away to go to that top resistance, so maybe too deep of a U shape. Oh, look at that AMTX. Look at that, all the way up almost to $9. It looks like it may try to break 9 here. Yeah, it's gonna break 9 here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful break out of that U shape. Very nice. I missed it. I missed it, but that's okay. I recognize that it could have happened, and that's what you gotta do. If you miss it, just look at it and say, oh well, you know, next time I'll get them. These U shapes and triangles are popping up. They pop up all over the place. All the way at 934 now. Big old nice rip on AMTX. Still buying coming in. 935 is trying to hold up as some resistance. Yeah, yeah, that's holding up as pretty strong resistance. Yeah, I thought for a second too it was gonna halt, but it wasn't getting enough buyers. It was trying to halt, but the sellers stayed at this. There was enough sellers to keep it from getting halted. It looked like it was going to. It was real close to halting. GameStop selling off. GameStop's probably going to be a bloodbath now. There's still a possibility on Express. If it's still got to climb a little bit more, but here's a possibility. But I may just take my small win and call it a day and come back tomorrow because there's not a lot of opportunities right at the moment. I missed that one on AMTX. And I'm getting hungry. Gotta make some breakfast. So if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. Give you about 10 more minutes here. I don't think I'm going to get into anything else today. And the volatility is all over the place. AMTX is in FOMO mode. Yeah, still ripping. This is a nice rip. I mean, that was a perfect, easy U-shape right there to make a nice profit on, but I feel like I missed it, so at this point I'm not going to chase it. But it could possibly start forming a flag here. Could be a possible triangle, but still a little too early to tell, because it could just sell off and come back down. AMTX is a pretty low float, so that was weird. Just heard something talking. Did not sound human. The aliens are here now. Oh God. Oh Lord, the aliens. Oh, Express starting to come with that 350. I may look to go on Express. I may go 30 shares if it starts to get over. The 350 area is a pretty tough area. Actually, I could probably go 40 shares. Probably be better. Don't break yet. Don't break yet. Calm down. Let me get my shares right. All right. I'm going. There we go. So I got 40 shares. Let's see if we can break this 350. Big sellers at 350, but they're getting taken out very quickly and starting to move up past that 350. Still struggling in that area. What did I get filled at? 349. And I'm just going to do... see. 342. I'm just going to do a 10-cent stop loss on this. Put my stop loss at 339 for now. I wasn't trying to short it. What the hell's wrong with you? Get out of here. I'm not trying to short it. What is going on with you, Thinkorswim? Alright, that's a little sketchy. Why is it? Why are you doing that, Thinkorswim? So this did get held up at 350, so it may not have the breakout. Needs to break back over 350 here soon. Can't figure out why it's not letting me put a stop loss. Oh, I see. I see, because I only got filled on 40 shares. I thought I turned that to 30. Thinkorswim, you're messing with me or something. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Alright, so now I got the stop loss in. Because I already made a profit. I don't want to take a loss on this. What the hell did I do there? There we go. So let's look down. There's some sellers at 360. So 360 area has some sellers. No, we don't see us break over 350 here and keep making this U shape up to 4. If it doesn't, then it's going to just sell off. But I'm going to give it a shot here. Did break 350 for a second. There we go. We're breaking back over 350 again. Struggling with this 350 area quite a bit. So it may not break out. Let's try it. As long as it keeps pushing and trying. See a lot of sellers at 352. We'll look at it. Now we're starting to move a little bit. See if we can break through 355. 355. Still some resistance there. A little pullback. We don't see 350 start to hold as support now since that was such strong resistance. And 350 not holding. It may come back down here. I got two little ugly candles there. See if we can push. See if we can push back to 350 one more time. It's a EXPR. It's Express. So there we go. It is getting back over that 350. The tops of, well, it's trying to. The tops of these two candles right here got held up at 355, so it needs to break that 355 here real soon. We got some sellers, looks like sitting at 363. See, 350 buyers are trying to hold us up at 350 support. But they'll give up if it doesn't get through that 355 soon. See a lot of selling there at 353. Okay, they're out of the way. Selling at 3. Okay, here we go. Let's see. 355 breaking down. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. And it pulled back below that 355. So 355 still giving it some issues. See if it can break over 355 on this candle, I think it'll be good to go. There we go. A lot of sellers at 356 as well. A lot of selling in this area. If it can get through all this selling, Could see it back up to that $4 area. Pushing up over 357. Trying to push through 357. There it goes. Got through 357. 360 are some sellers. Breaking through 360. Yeah, we're starting to move nicely. We got a big seller at 370. So that 375 area may be a pretty tough area as well to break. Ooh. Wow, that was a nice little quick pop out of nowhere there. 375 may not be that big a deal if it pops right through it. The 370 is going to be some strong resistance. So now I'm going to move my stop loss, move it up right below, right where my entry's at 349. So worst case, I'll break even on the stock. I want to see it try to get up to that $4 area. It may not, but at this point, if I break even, that's fine. But I want to see this U-shape fill out. If this U-shape fills out up to 4, that'd be a good area to lock in. And then if it breaks 4, I can give it a few minutes to break, try to break 4 if it can get up there. And then maybe it can move some more. But not too bad. I mean, that was a 20-cent run there on that break of 350. So I could lock in. Let's give it a chance here. That 375 is tough. I thought that was going to be tough, but the way it broke real quick, I thought for a second that it might just push on up to 4, but looks like we're going to consolidate here a little bit for it to try to get up to that 375 again and test. And I've got, about $100 invested in this. So I'm up about 5% right now. It wouldn't be too bad of a gain. Let's see if it's going to... I'm trying to see if it's going to test this 375, but... a bit of a pullback here. Oh, you hear that, guys? Over on the Swamp Channel tonight, and Greg will be over there. Apparently he's got some very difficult questions for me, so it should be a pretty good episode. If you guys need to find that channel, it's over on the community tab of my channel. You can find that link. One Life apparently is cheering on Greg. But it should be an interesting episode. I look forward to those streams. Those are always fun to get away from the trading and stuff and just talk about stuff. Just discuss the crazy stuff that goes on in our world. And that's pretty much what we do on that other channel. Discussion, debate, all that stuff. So, Greg, have a good day, buddy. I'll see you later. We'll get to talking on that. We'll get to talking about that a little bit later. Just trying to hold up this 360 area. It's starting to come back down now. We don't want it to come back down much lower though. We want it to stay above pretty much 355 at this point. Let's see if buyers buy it up at 355 or not. Yeah, buyers did buy that right up off of 355, so not bad. Not holding gains. I mean, that 355 was pretty tough resistance and just bounced off that 355. So as long as 355 can hold up, it still can keep making its way up to 4. Yeah, I think it's all right. Like I said, as long as it can hold above 355 here, it should be good to go to start making its way back up to 375, and then possibly could break that and move up to 4. But we gotta give it a little time here to kind of make sure it's gonna hold up. That was a little sketchy. It's got 30 seconds on the 5-minute candle to close. And I'm not on a 5-minute candle chart. I'm on a 2-minute right now. But I do know that the 5-minute will be closing in 20 seconds because the clock tells me that. So we'll see. It may not hold up. 355. Yeah, 355 still trying to hold. Buyers are trying to hold the support there. So that 5-minute candle did close over 355. And you see it's trying to start slowly pushing its way back up here now. Ooh, we're getting all over the place here. This is getting a little frisky a little bit there. A little quick drop down, a quick pop up. Need to see some more buying volume start to come back in though. And actually at this point, I'm going to move my stop loss up again. Since 355 held up, I'll move my stop loss up to like 352. And then that way, no matter what happens, I'll be in profit on this trade. I've got right below that candle there, that little doji star. It's starting to push back up here a little bit. Possible. What does this look like, guys? What does this look like? What does this little thing look like here? That possible another U-shape, huh? Possible another U-shape on this guy here, moving up to that 375. That's what we want to see. Nice consolidation patterns, and let's see if it can break over that 375. We're getting close here. If it's gonna break 375, needs to do it on the next 2 candles to do this U shape. And let's see. Getting real close to testing. Real close. It looks like a straight line with how zoomed in I am. Well, I've got that major resistance line here. I'll take this little one off, but I was just showing that there was a little a little U shape there. So still got hung up at that still getting hung up in that 375 area. We're gonna need to see a big buying volume push to push that over. Still struggling. Little bit of a pullback. Just gotta let it do its thing right now. Just let it see if these buyers can outweigh these sellers here. It's just a little tug of war. A little tug of war right now between the buyers and the sellers. Now a little pullback there. So still got rejected. That U-shape failed, so we need to see another little consolidation pattern. So just waiting it out. Just chilling here, just waiting it out. Oh, here we go. Let's see. So a little bit of buy-in come there, pushed it right back up to 375. And you see that big buy-in come in and break through this 375. Ooh, there's a lot of sellers sitting at 375. Let's see. Some sellers sitting at 383. So we got sellers at 375 and 383. If we get a big buy and volume push, though, I can push right through those levels. We just gotta wait it out here. Give it a chance to do its dance. See some buyers trying to start building support at 370. They were unsuccessful there, but looks like they're going to keep trying to. Yeah, you can see buyers trying to hold 370 as support. Now let's see if we can get this big buying volume push. Thoughts on IVR? Let me put it on my watch list and I'll pop over to it in a second. But this guy's at a critical point here to where if it's going to break out, it needs to do it soon. It's going to break this 375, so I don't want to turn my attention away from it quite yet. I'm actually going to move my stop loss up some more. I'm going to move it up 359. Bottom of that candle's at 363. I'm just looking for the buyers to outweigh the sellers. Simple as that. There's a bunch of sellers sitting in this 375 area. All these candles, it's held up there. You can draw a line right there. Right, well, that's a crooked line right there. Get out of here. So, yeah, so this candle hit here, this candle hit here, this candle hit here. That's a 375. We know it's some resistance. So we're just looking for the buyers to come in and break it outweigh the sellers at that 375 area. And they may not do it. We'll see. But welcome to the channel if you're new to trading. Like I said, I'll check IVR in a second here. We just got to see its pivotal point if we're going to break this 375. Because if we break 375, we're going to move up to this $4 resistance. See it hit that candle, hit that candle. There's $4 resistance all back there. But if this is going to break, it's going to need to break that 375 real soon. Kind of getting a little squeeze in this area between that 370 and 375. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see if we can break 380 here. A lot of selling at 380. All right, so we gotta fight with 380 for a little bit, but I don't think 380 is gonna be that big a deal. No, we broke through it there, and then you can see there's a lot of selling at 393, moving their sell orders up to that 393 area, so we really don't have any resistance till 393 at this point. Ooh, there's a lot of sellers at 383 that came in. Let's see. Are they still sitting down here at 90? Yeah, 393. They're still sitting. There's still a lot of them sitting at. Since we made another move up, I'm going to pull my stop loss up. I'm going to try to pull my stop loss up. There we go. So it is getting a little held up at this 350, but look at this. Overall, what's happening? Why did I get into this play? Because it started making this little U shape. So we're gonna have another little pullback here. We want to see 375 hold up as support because that was strong resistance. So that old support, or I'm sorry, that old resistance is going to turn into new support if this is going to continue to keep moving up. I mean, it could be done at 380. We don't know. But my price target is 4. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for it to push to that 4 and maybe get a possible breakout over 4. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. At this point, I'm already already in the profit if it comes back and turns around on me. If my stop loss gets hit, it's all good. So 375 not being able to hold as support yet, but it does look like 370 buyers are going to try to build some support at. So you got a ton of, looks like quite a bit of buyers sitting at 360. What's the biggest percent gain I've ever had? Probably TVIX back in March when TVIX ran from $200 to $1,000. I've made a pretty good percentage gain off of that one share. So it may come back down here. Let's see. If it cracks 365, then I'll probably get stopped out. Yeah, so I got stopped out, but it's another win. So 2 wins on the day, guys. I'm done. I am done. Not too bad. 2 nice, easy little wins. That was a small gain, but I only invested like $95. So a little 3% gain there. Couldn't quite get up to 4. It still possibly could. I knew that 360 was going to be some support. I probably should have kept my stop loss right at 359, but I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter. It's a win. It's another nice little easy win there. So IVR, that's what you were asking me about. Who was that asking? That was Stanzas. Are you still in here, Stanzas? Not really any reason right at the moment that I see to trade this. Does have a decent amount of volume, but there's not really any pattern at the moment. And volume has decreased quite a bit back here. So I don't know. I mean, the daily chart is interesting. This chart up here, the 1 year daily chart, because it does have some room to move up on the daily chart, but there's no news. Volume has died off. We had nice big volume back here when this was climbing, but volume has now died off pretty much. Pretty high afloat. I mean, you can never say nothing is possible in the stock market, because anything is possible. But to me, if you're trying to make a day trade, this is not something that's worth looking at right now. Because the only thing it's really got going for it is it's got room up to 472 at 200-day moving average. And actually got a lot of resistance at 407 as well. And then you got, 407 pretty much. So $4 will be really tough. And then the high days at 389. I don't see it breaking out. This possibly could make for a decent swing, but I don't see it as a day trade. Because if you're making a day trade, you want to have volume, and this does not have very much volume right now. See, I was on Express. Express had a lot of volume back here, but it was building up volume again. It just got rejected, so. Got rejected at 383. See, it couldn't even get to that 4. But it did move, a good 30 cents from the start of that U-shape. But this is what I've been saying all day about these U-shapes. You want to get in right around these areas of these U-shapes, because if it turns around, you can at least lock in a little profit. So it helps with your consistency. If you win at 8 a.m. on IVR, I mean, but why would you? You pull his chart back at 8 a.m. This is what it looked like. This is nothing. There's no way to tell which way the stock is going to go from looking at this in pre-market. Like, there's not any reason where I would have saw this at 8 a.m. and been like, yeah, I'm going to hop in here. There's no news. There's no volume. I mean, there's literally barely any, like just a tidbit, a couple of shares here and there getting traded. So there was no reason. Now, right here, there would have been a reason to get in. You have this little sell-off. You got the little curl up. What is that? A little U-shape right there. It's a little U-shape. And then you got that buying volume come in. It broke the U-shape. Ran from 359 to 371 before it had a pullback. But there would have been the entry. Right here in that 350 area on this candle here. That's when you had a reason. Back here, there's no reason. None whatsoever. Yeah, right. One life. Should have bought Tesla. And I did get a little pop. But like I said, you got some resistance ahead of it. And it just got this little like 4-cent move there. But there's not really a pattern yet. The high of day is at 389. So that's where your resistance is going to be. Well, actually, there's resistance at 380 where it's at right now. You can see all these big sellers. Unless buying volume comes in, this isn't going to do anything. Right now, it needs more buyers than sellers, and there's a lot of sellers sitting right at 380. If you draw your resistance line straight back, you can see right there, 380 was resistance. It had a little U-shape there to break out of that 380. Bounced off of 380 here. Whoops. Bounced off of 380 there and cracked 380. So it's got to break 380. It's going to need it's going to need more buying volume than this. And then once it breaks 380, it's going to run into 386 resistance. See where these candles hit here. And then the high a day is resistance at 389. So I mean, from where it's at now to the high a day is only 10 cents. So you only have a possible 10 cents of cushion here to get in if you were to get in at this break, but it may not even break 380. So you don't have a lot of room if this doesn't break up really. Could, but I run out of funds because I'm on a cash account, and I traded Friday, so I only had half my funds left, and I took 2 trades, and now I'm pretty much out of funds. I don't know why I got rejected on GameStop. I'm a little salty about that. Thinkorswim rejected my market buy order, which should have been filled on GameStop. But when I tried to get in down there at that 95 in this U shape before it went on this nasty massive run, so I don't know what happened. But that would have been a nice win. But alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. we'll be back tomorrow. And like Greg said earlier, we will be on the Swamp Channel later tonight, 6 p.m. Central, discussing, debating, and all that nonsense. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.